right, guys, we're celebrating. We're just starting it right in there, telling you guys.
Good morning.
Maybe water well, take 2.
Right?
Maybe.
Maybe. This time I'm hoping second time's a charm, not third.
Yeah, hopefully. It's pretty windy. We got the microphone down here. We're trying to hide it and trying to, hopefully, you guys can hear us. It's been windy all day. Very, very bad.
I think it's just supposed to be windy again tomorrow. It's like the past couple weeks. It's just the wind be whipping.
We have all the trusses built, but we didn't want to get on top of the barn today because it was a little too windy to be on top. So we went and we kind of started getting all the brackets put on, the roof rafter brackets.
Little clampies.
It's just very tedious. It takes forever. So we were doing that today. We got a text from the water well guy, and he said, hey, I'd like to come this evening and make sure the rain didn't get everything too wet, and they'll, see if we can come out. We've been having issues. He said that he did one not far from here, and they had to go buy a bunch of plywood and throw it down on the ground so it wouldn't mess up. It's kind of a nicer neighborhoods, getting water wells put in, and they didn't want to get stuck and all that, so he came to look, and he's like, oh, it looks fine. He said the driveway looks fine coming in. Everything looks good. The trees and stuff we cut the other day, however long ago that was, a week ago.
Yeah,
and
it was like literally a week ago.
Yeah. Said it's all cleared up good, more than he expected. And so he's pretty happy. We got everything moved out of the way. And so he gave us the green light. He said they leave their office or their warehouse at 7 a.m. And so they'll probably be out here around 8:30. And they're just going to try to rock and roll and get it done. He said the rig does need some repairs, but he thinks he could pull it off. He's waiting until there's more rain where they can just keep the truck down for a while.
And we are going live today as you guys are watching it, right?
Probably.
Wednesday. So later tonight, as you guys are watching this, we'll be able to give an update.
Whether it happened or not, whether it broke down, got stuck. We'll film the whole thing as well, but Bandit, come on. But
it's as soon as we start. She truly does her own thing all day, and then we sit down to do this. Even if we sit down normally, she doesn't really come up.
I think she hears the beep.
She's like, I want to be on cameras.
She hears the beep of the camera and kind of got it figured out. But I wanted to till up the garden more and really get in there. I mean, there's a lot of roots and they've really started to stick up. But I didn't want to do it and then they come out with the water well rig, and then the water, once they start hitting water just starts coming out. And you never know where it's going to go. I didn't want it to be a big mud pit. And also, we might have to move the garden back a little bit. We're not really sure. It should just be right where the flag is in a little 5x5 concrete slab when it's all said and done. But it'll be a multiple day job. They said they'll come out and drill, and then they'll know how deep, so then they'll be able to figure out what type of pump they need, how many feet of hose going down in it, how big of a water pressure tank, like all that. It really depends on how deep you're going to get the correct thing for the right depth.
So everybody just fingers crossed that it's going to be like 100 or...
That'd be nice. I just hope it's not over 200.
Oh, gosh.
We're up on top of a hill. It could hurt us being up on top of the hill, but the water table is still, it's not 100% the same wherever you go. So it could be you drill down 100 feet, you hit it. You have to drill down another 100 feet to hit it. Could be another 100 feet to hit it. Could drill 500 feet and not hit anything.
Oh, gosh.
So there's a lot of different factors in it. We're just hoping for the best. Honestly,
so cross your fingers, good vibes, whatever you gotta do.
Yeah, I didn't.
That it's shallower and it's again like Shooting Ranch where it was like good, clean water, like not that like stinky
sulfur.
Yeah, stuff like that. It's just
Yeah, I didn't even expect to hear from today. I was actually going to wait till the end of the day and then reach out. I know they've been super busy trying to get up and running and going again. I didn't want to reach out, and we were doing some stuff, and I happened to just walk in and check my phone, and I saw I got a text, and he's like, hey, I'd like to come this evening and look. I was like, we're here anytime. Come on. And then he showed up. So very, very thankful for that. Hopefully, again, everything goes smooth. There's always a chance that tomorrow may not even make it out here.
Yeah.
It's one of those when you have big rigs, there's a lot that can go wrong.
A lot of mechanics.
Yeah, could hit rock and bind it up. And
they need SV Thunder Road as their, like, mechanic or something.
I don't know if he'd want to do that.
Because he's crushing it.
I think Brandon would prefer to stick to a small engine.
He has a premiere
tonight
as you guys are watching this.
Yeah, and
6:15 SV Thunder Road.
There's
kind of a big deal.
There's a surprise at the end of I think this is what he told me. There's a hint at the end of the new project.
Ooh.
So
we'll be in there, come party, and then after that we'll potentially be going live.
Yeah, I don't know what time his premiere's at.
6:15, I got you.
Oh, okay. Then
yeah,
it'll work out right before the live.
Yeah.
So check that out. I'm sure a lot of you that especially watch this watch. I already got a sneak peek he sent me. Well, we both got to watch it.
Yeah.
Of the new project, and it's even better than I expected.
It's weird. Like, I'm more excited about his new project than I am the project that he's working on for me.
Yeah.
It looks really cool.
It's funny, though, that I never saw a four-wheeler like that one, a little Badger, and now they're all over Facebook Market. So I don't know if it's just because I've searched it.
It's because he's starting a trend.
Yeah, maybe. But I did see one. So he bought it for like $300 and then just put a little bit of work into it, a little bit of money. And I saw one sell on Facebook Market for $1,100 the other day, and it didn't even look as good as what he made this one look. Not that we're trying to sell it, but it just shows you can save a lot of money by getting a project and redoing it and stuff. And
it takes a lot of work, but
yeah, but it's fun. It's something that Brandon's enjoying, and the thing is, now he learned a lot. So when he gets on his new project and the next project and the next project, it'll be easier and easier, and he can knock them out faster. He'll gain a lot of knowledge, and just watching that, it just truly shows like he didn't have any knowledge in it. He
just watching that just shows he had no knowledge.
Well, you didn't let me finish.
I know what you're saying. With
he didn't have any knowledge in it, but he watched videos on YouTube and researched and just tried and tried and tried. And watching his videos, it shows him figuring out, okay, this is wrong. How do I do this? Okay, that didn't fix it. How do I do this? Okay, that didn't fix it. How do I do this? And it just shows that if you want something bad enough, you will make it happen. You will figure it out. And as bad as I didn't want to have to figure out the barn build going up with the post being different, it added a lot of extra work. It really did. A lot of extra stuff that I wish it wasn't.
If they just had the right size wood,
we probably would be done with it, honestly, because it put us back, and it put us back because getting the extra framing up on top, putting
it up, the extra part on top was a whole ordeal.
Yeah.
And we wouldn't every second of it.
We wouldn't have had to have done any of that if they had bigger lumber, but anywhere around here they didn't have it. They didn't have it at the local lumber yards, multiple of them. They didn't have it at Lowe's, Home Depot.
It was like a 2-hour radius from here.
Yeah, they didn't.
Nowhere.
They didn't have it at all. But now we have learned if you need to build like that and go up, it's possible. And it's something that you can do. And hopefully, we're teaching you guys if you are going to build and it's not big enough lumber, you could still do it, and you just work around it. And a lot of people, I kind of got to go through the comments on the truss build and stuff, and a lot of people were saying, one, they were like, dyslexic doesn't mean you can't do math. And I'm like, I know that.
Well,
I'm dyslexic and I can't do math.
Well, like dyslexic, you can mix numbers up too.
Well, someone said it's not called dyslexic. It's called something else that sounds like dyslexia, but it's like dyslexia something else when your numbers get mixed up. I don't know if that's true or not, but definitely, I just never had a math teacher. That was my problem. We had a rough upbringing in math. We'll just say that.
And my problem was, so I had everything I needed to graduate by my sophomore year of high school, and so I just stopped taking math. I didn't keep going or anything like that. And then when it came time to like take the ACT or just to go to college, got in math, I was like, well, I forgot everything.
Yeah.
And so now my brain says no.
I don't even know why they have a senior year, to be honest. Jared and I had 2 classes maybe our senior year, and then we just like messed around.
Yeah.
And then
my junior and senior year, it was just like nothing.
Yeah, and then we would, if you worked, you got to go to school half a day. Mm-hmm. So then we would only be there for a little bit and leave, and then come back at the end of the day for sports. I don't even know why they have school, period.
Yeah.
I don't think kids learn anything. I saw a number saying
that's not a knock to teachers.
It is, Ma. No. Both our Ma's.
Yeah.
It's more of you just can't discipline kids anymore, so they don't want to learn. They don't want to sit there.
Yeah.
So.
And then there's just, I don't know. I would hate to be a teacher, definitely in this day.
I'd hate to be a lot of jobs this day and age. I wouldn't want to be a cop. I wouldn't want to be a teacher. I definitely wouldn't want to be in the military right now. I can go on and on about jobs I would not want to do. So if anyone out there's doing them, good for y'all.
And thank you.
Yeah. But I don't know. It's just I forgot exactly where we were going with all that. But the trusses, the comments, that was probably the most positive amount of comments we've probably have gotten in the last multiple years.
Well, I was just super impressed and just thinking, like, the way you're like, okay, if we just set this up, we can throw the boards in there, like your little jig configuration.
I've done that for smaller projects.
And then because we finished doing them, and again, it was both of us. And how long did it take to do one, do you think? We kind of talked about that in yesterday's conference, Crockers, but
I think building 4 of them today, or yesterday, whenever that was, less than an hour.
Yeah.
To build 4.
Just very not complicated. Like, you literally just throw them in there.
Yeah. It was probably, honestly, like 30 minutes.
Yeah.
And once you get the jig down, you just throw the pieces in there, but
it took longer because we had to charge the
batteries.
Yeah.
On the drill, but
I was very impressed that you came up with that.
Yeah, I just took the same concept of I used to build like rustic coolers and different things like that, and you would just have everything already figured out, and then you just kind of have a jig for each thing of what you're going to do, and then it's easy to put together. I
remember when we first started talking, I don't know if we had hung out yet. Maybe we have. I don't know. You built a cooler thing like that for Jared and Matt, and you sent me a picture.
Yeah.
So anytime you talk about you used to build rustic coolers, like my mind immediately goes there.
Yeah. And one time I broke Jared's chair, so he threw the cooler I built him and broke it. He said, "You broke my chair, I'll break this."
You're like, I built that for you.
Yeah.
Crocker boys.
That's brotherly love right there. This is kind of side note a little bit, but
side note.
We haven't eaten at the Mexican restaurant in a while, and we went and what's up, Soy? When we were there was a booth of 3 older ladies, and I don't know how old they were. Probably like in their
hear them breathe.
Yeah, probably in their 70s or 80s. Come on, boy, you breathing loud.
I worked so hard to get here.
Come on, hey.
Go Soy, bye.
Just be on this side of it.
He's just gonna go.
Bandit, no. Go, Bandit, go. You got some loving earlier. Go.
Say it. You gonna say Reba?
She already knows. we were at the Mexican restaurant, and I kind of was overhearing these lady talk, and they were saying they were getting their seeds to grow, and they're like, I just can't believe how expensive seeds are these days. And I don't even know, to be honest. We haven't even looked at seeds. But they're like, I just can't believe how expensive it is. And they were talking about that, and then they started talking about something else price-wise. I don't remember. But
everything.
I mean, yeah, but it's sad that even seeds to grow is expensive. So what was that I see? Maybe it was on Facebook. Maybe. I think it was two different things, but now I'm thinking of the one on Facebook. I was going to say something that was like, the price went way up. Food.
Oh, stuff like this stresses me out.
Well, yeah. But there was like a Coca-Cola, and it was your normal can, and they were $1.09 or something like that for a Coke. And then they made a new, same amount of ounces, but it's a taller can and skinny like a Red Bull can, and now they charge like $2.29 for it rather than the $1. Same amount. It's like the fake, how they like fake you to think that you're getting more, but you're really not. But the fact that like when I was a kid, you can get a soda. One, if you got the knockoffs, you can get it from the vending machine for like a quarter.
Yeah.
And then if you went into a store, you got them for like 59 cents, 69 cents, something like that. And then now you go and buy a soda and it's $2.60 or something. It's crazy. And that's just a soda. So when you're talking like wood trusses that are already made to put on a barn, we spent, I think, I'm going to try to see how much it costs per truss. There's two 2x6x8s, and they're probably roughly...
Do you want me to do math?
Sure. I'm going to say, because they're untreated, I could be wrong, but I'm going to say, we'll say $6 a piece. So
And there's two?
There's two, so that's $12. And then the 2x4x12 is probably like, it's probably not, but let's say $6. It may be less. And then...
And there's just one of them?
Yeah. And then you're just using a little piece off of the 8-footer in the middle. And then the plywood, it's less than half a sheet. And a sheet of plywood is probably a half inch, I'm trying to think. Probably like $30. So say 15.
35 plus 15.
Is that correct?
Yeah.
I think you're missing 2x6, $6 times 2.
6, so 12.
Plus 6. Plus 15.
I missed something.
So $33 to build a truss. And if you went and bought that already made, at minimum $100, but probably more than that. And so...
Dang, that's crazy, just for the trusses. So times 7, because we use 7 of them. It's $231.
Yeah, we bought extra lumber because we
were going to
do a lot more, and I started thinking, I was like, we don't need them every 2 feet. Why did I calculate that? Which, we're going to use the lumber for, we're going to build a little loft up in there. But I think we spent like $330 on that trailer full of lumber. But
that's not bad for a trailer full of lumber. I feel like every time we do it, it's a lot more than that.
But if we had to buy 7 pre-made trusses, at minimum $100 a piece, if not $150, $200 a piece, and there is no way those are not going to be strong. They are very well sandwiched and put together, and it's not very tall, so it's not a lot of movement in them, and that plywood's holding it good and all that. And when you can save. And I joked with Danielle, and I shouldn't even say this, but I don't really care. Before this, we had a stack of cash, and I said, should we like put the money on there and just
it's
like
for the well?
It is, but to joke and be like, look at this, we're rich, when it's not. It's cash. But all the money for the water well, you're talking like $7,000 to $13,000. for a water well. So if you could save money building your own trusses and doing all that stuff so you can spend the money on the water well and stuff like that, that's the way to do it, rather than hiring a company to come out and build the barn for us or buy pre-made trusses or whatever.
And again, we're all doing this, like, I guess people think of you as a builder because a lot of your content,
That's all the content is.
for the past 3, 4, 5 years or whatever has been building, but
No.
videographer
And nurse.
Yeah.
And it's just, we want this lifestyle and we don't want to pay $1 million for it.
We're just out here trying to figure it out. So that's a lot of times too, if there's comments that are like, you're doing this wrong, all this stuff, like,
Well, yeah, probably,
beating us down.
absolutely.
Yeah, because again, like, we are just this, the motto is, the moral of the story is, we're just two people out here trying to save a buck with living this type of lifestyle.
And just trying to do it ourselves and learn. And it's going back to talking about Brandon. It's something that he wants, doing these projects. But let's say the four-wheeler, what if we just took it to a mechanic? It'd be a lot of money. Mm-hmm. But it's something that Brandon wants to do and enjoys doing and wants to learn. And then now, if stuff happens, Brandon can fix it. And earlier, we were waiting for the drill to charge. And you're like, what are you looking at? And I'm like, I'm just looking at that grain bin, figuring out how we're going to cut doors and windows out of it. How do we attach the porch roof to it so it doesn't leak? How do we do this? And so I've built, but I've never built a round structure where the ribs of it are coming down. And that means all your windows, you're going to have these ribs going down. It's not like a straight line. Yeah. How do you do certain things? There's a lot to it that you have to figure out, but that's kind of the fun of it. We can hire somebody to come do all the work.
But again, it's just so expensive.
It is.
And yeah, and then again, the little DIY.
Well, the good thing too is a lot of people that say they go buy a house they didn't build, they don't know where all the wiring is. They don't know where the plumbing is. They don't know where all that stuff is. So with us, if we know that there's the toilet's not working correct, well, I know how all the plumbing goes.
It's like a surgeon doesn't want to touch another surgeon's surgery if they need to go revise it, basically.
Because they know how they did it.
Yeah, they're like, I'm not touching that.
Yeah.
But if it's their own,
yeah,
they know exactly what's up in there.
And it's normally like a mechanic doesn't want to work on something another mechanic already messed up. And
which really, a mechanic and a doctor, the same. But
yeah.
We're going to treat me. But one's for the body.
Yep.
Others for motor. And we're all motors here.
Pretty much. But yeah, knowing where everything goes and how it went and stuff, that's just a one-up for people that built it, because you actually know where everything is. And there's nothing against anyone that buys a house and doesn't do the work. It's just more of, if something happens, we're way better off knowing how to fix it ourselves down the road. And, there's certain things that we don't know how, like the house in town. I don't know how to fix an AC unit or a heater.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know how to do that. But if something happened with the plumbing or something, I would know a little bit how to do certain things. If the fence has been blown down with crazy winds, well, know how to do woodwork and stuff, So any little project that you do, you just learn. Any building, any mechanical work, any growing a garden, cooking, just anything that you do out there, the more you do different things, the more you learn. And that seems like such common sense, but so many people out there just don't do it. And for us, I've said this before, I've been this way my whole life. Why am I going to pay somebody to do this if I could do it myself? And this one guy commented, or lady commented, and was just like, well, we all know you do it because it's content and that's how you make your money. You're only doing it to make money, not because whatever. Well, we are YouTubers. I wish I didn't film everything. I wish I could just work without filming everything. But that's what provides us to not have to have a normal job every single day. Yes, I do like making content. My whole career was video work before this, so I actually enjoy doing video work. I just wish I didn't have to do video work and build at the same time. But I don't know. It's just, it's nice doing stuff ourselves. We get to save money. We get to learn along the way. It would be a lot more convenient if we just paid someone else to do it. But at the end of the day, I feel like we stretch the dollar more and get more out of it doing it ourselves. And honestly, I'd rather just do that. So, the
We stretch ourselves more.
Yeah.
So definitely, it's a lot easier just hiring.
Yeah.
But at the same time,
You either stretch the wallet or you stretch yourself out.
well, even with everything, you still stretch your wallet.
Not as bad as if you paid somebody.
Yeah.
So, we have the coals rolling. They're probably more than ready to throw down on the pit.
Yeah.
We're cooking some sausage and shrimp and crawfish and all that. We've definitely learned we need to try to enjoy the finer things in life, and we're talking about food. And luckily, we found a meal that's not too expensive. It's really not that bad because it goes a long way, and it's good and it's different. And so just enjoying the weather at the end of the day and drinking a cold one and getting some food cooked up is a nice way to kind of wind down at the end of the day and have like a reward. Even this may sound dumb, I guess, but our reward yesterday was just going, or the day before, whatever, was going to Parker's baseball game.
Yeah.
He's not even our kid.
Yeah.
It's our friend's kid, Paragon Ridge Ranch.
Yeah.
But
we love Parky.
Yeah, but it was fun. It was a little getaway.
Yeah.
And it was something to do that's different. I haven't been to a high school baseball game since I've probably been in high school. And so, I don't know, it was a lot of fun, a little bit different. Something to kind of get away from here, a little refresher, I guess, of just getting the mind off of this. And it definitely helps, and able to come back out and get stuff done. And again, just staring at the grain bin and trying to figure it out and how we're going to do things. And
I tell you what, I keep thinking about it, and we'll end it on this, is if we put a shipping container on the side.
For?
Just a little extra space.
Hey, but are they going to be connected?
Yeah. Put even two of them. And then that way, if we do have a kid, instead of doing the barn dominium that we talk about, like if we have a kid, we're going to have a barn dominium. If we have a kid, then that's his room.
She just added so much more stress to my life.
Doing that would be cheaper.
It would be cheaper, but
See, if we just always think,
how are we going to hook two containers together, connected to the grain bin?
Weld it.
Well, I'm glad you know how to weld, because that's your job now.
Got it.
I don't know. She just threw that one on me, so I'll have to think about it, see what happens.
I'm not saying that that's going to happen. All I'm saying is, it's to show we're just both always looking at this and thinking of things. You could do this, you can do that. It's not like, it's like a hypothetical.
But anytime we say a hypothetical, it happens. I said hypothetically, how cool would it be if we had a boat?
Oh, I've been saying that for forever.
But now what? We have two boats.
Yeah.
So, hypothetically, she said she wanted 2 shipping containers, so now we're going to have 4.
What?
That's hypothetical math.
Oh.
You always get more than
Is
you
that Crocker
hypothetical.
math?
Probably. Anyways, guys, if you can't tell, we're tired. We're going to get the food rocking and rolling behind us and kind of try to get some rest. And we got a big day tomorrow, hopefully, watching them drill a water well while we tidy up the barn and get things the way they need to be.
And then again, so we say tomorrow because we're filming this day before. So today, as you guys are watching this, today, hopefully that happens. But at Sweet Thunder Road, has a premiere. We'll be there. Come hang out.
And then after.
Then maybe after we'll be going live. So.
Depends on how we feel.
Yeah.
So, anyways, we'll catch you then. Bye.